I know you're lost whether to either go with between a broiler farm or a layer farm. And on today's video, we are going to be tackling the kind of farming which has better profit and better returns. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and if by any chance you have a question, don't forget to put it in the comment box. If you want to get back to us, there's our contact and on the description point. Now, the first thing we are going to be talking on is what is the purpose of the layers. The purpose of the layers is egg production. For layers, we are going to, this is the layers and the broilers. This one is egg production. This one is for entirely meat. A layer tends to have more eggs than any bird, any kind of domestic bird on matters, poultry, chicken farming. A layer does 330 eggs. There are quite a number of layers. There is the Isa Brown, there is the Highline. They are hybrid layers. They are commercial birds. That is why a layers, its main purpose is on egg production. On meat, you have the broilers. They have a faster growth rate. With their main aim is to do the meat. The purpose is on meat production, because this bird will mature faster, and in the end you'll get meat. Now, nice, that's the next point. The next point, maturity. This bird, the layer bird will mature between 18 to 20 weeks. 18 to 20 weeks, that's when you'll have 18 to 20 weeks, that's when you'll mature, you'll expect an egg. Now, on the broilers, this broiler matures in 42 days. So broilers have a very fast mature rate because of what they are feeding, the space, everything. When you consider all factors, a broiler should mature faster than a layer, making it the more economical to rear a broiler. On the nutrition factor, broiler feeds are more expensive than layers because of the protein and the energy needed, needed in a meal, needed in a feed. The protein and energy needed in a feed, in a certain consignment, the broilers feed will be more expensive than the layers. Less expensive. Protein is a bodybuilder. Energy has also its still equal requirement. So when you put them on high ratios than the layers, the broilers will be more expensive than the layers. The other factor is on housing. Housing, this one should the housing for a layer is the length times width divided by 2 feet. That is, each bird should consume 2 feet squared. 2 square foot, while the broilers should be a square foot. 1 square foot per bird for broilers, and for layers it's 2 square foot. Our next point is on environment. Layers need a 14 to 17 hour light intensity. The reason being, for you to produce an egg has more than 24 hours. For the egg that you have, you ate in the morning, it took more than 24 hours to mature up and be laid. So, and light is a necessity in laying. That's the reason as to why you get 90%, 80 to 90% of the production is in the morning hours. So a 14 to 17 hour light intensity. So when you have this, you are able to maximize on production on layers. On broilers, there's a procedure called the dark hours. The dark hour regime, you tend to delay the lighting stage. So you delay by an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, depending on the age of the bird. Between layers and broilers, which one is more susceptible to diseases? Which one is more prone to diseases? One, we have the maternal antibodies. Maternal antibodies in chicken takes 21 days. From 21 days. So any other day plus 21, you are prone to diseases, and which in turn will lead to losses. A layer surpasses 21 days up to 72 weeks. So this one, a layer is more prone to diseases because you have a longer period with the bird than in broilers. Broilers tend to have there's still this thing about on incubation period of the diseases. So broilers with holding case constant, matters management, vaccination, everything, layer is more prone to diseases than a broiler, because the broiler the broiler is a fast bird in relation to a layer. By the time we are at 42 days, we should have left the market. Production: a layer does 330 eggs by 330 eggs in its lifespan. A broiler should mature in 42 days. So you can have so many flocks of broilers by the time you're selling what? The layers. Let's talk of the economies of scale. Let's work with a farmer with 1,000 birds. 1,000 birds with, say, with an example of for layers, an egg has the worst case scenario. Work with the worst case scenario. An egg has a profit margin of 2 shillings. $2 an egg. And a broiler, the worst case scenario at 70 shillings, 70 shillings by the time of we dress the bird. The dress weight is 70 shillings. So with 1,000 birds, this is at 90%. 1,000 times 0.9, that is 900 times 2, that is 1,800 shillings. 1,800 shillings per day times 30. That is 54,000. 54,000 by the end of the month. For broilers, 70 shillings times, sorry, 1,000 bahts at 90%. Say the 10% you have the culling, the maybe your farmhand ate, you also consumed, you've sold 900 birds to the market. 900 birds reach the market times 70 shillings. That is 63,000. 63,000. And now I bet we can now work. We now know which is the more profitable between the broiler and the layers. By the time you're raising this bird in 20 weeks, 20 weeks, a layer you'll have, and the maturity of a broiler is for 42 days. You'll have reared several flocks of the broiler bird before you get to start of lay for the layers. Another aspect is, for layers you can have several flocks. Flock A, flock B, flock C, depending on the stage. You can have a chick stage, a grower stage, and a layer stage. By the time the layers are almost being culled, the chicks will replace the layers. But now for broilers, we usually employ the all-in, all-out systems. You can visit our previous video on budget of rearing broilers, where the budget of rearing broilers, and you'll be able to make more money and have a fruitful venture with broiler farmers, with the broiler farming. You can visit our website in the description below. Don't forget to leave a comment on where you're watching us from. Bye for now, until we reach in the next video.